Happy birthday, Virgo. This is Puda Being with Mother's Gems, here to give you your end of the month, August 25th through the beginning of the month, September 7th reading. Again, this is the August 25th through September 7th readings for you, Virgo. Now, before I begin recording, I meditated on your spirit and I pulled this spread out for you. I like to use my Moonology deck to give the overall tone of your reading. And for this reading, I pulled Full Moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. All right? So let's get started. Many of you are going through a time where you're finding it really hard to juggle and balance. You're overcommitting to a lot of things to the point where you may be neglecting yourself, your needs, and your wants. This could be within your relationship. This could definitely be within your finances. You're really trying to either make a new start work or find a new start, and it's really taking a toll on you. You're starting to go inward. You're starting to feel exhausted because of it. Now, with the Justice card, this is saying that time is coming to pass. Like, whatever you put out is going to come back to you as long as you're putting in positive, good, productive work in for yourself. Many of you are going through an impasse in a relationship where you're really trying to juggle, your needs and this other person's needs. This person could be a Libra. This person can be, very tiresome. So now is the time for you to make decisions on is this what you need to do in your life? A lot of you are going through a time where you're starting to feel not so confident about yourself because your inability to juggle all the things that you've committed yourself to, or your inability to breathe. You're so overcommitted in your work and things like that it's starting to take a toll on you, where you're just like, is it working? I'm putting all my effort into trying to find a job, or this job that I have found and I'm so grateful for, but is it all worth it? Because with here you're making ends meet, you're trying to scuffle for it all, and in turn with love, a lot of you are really stressing out, and it's causing you to go inward within yourself. And it's causing you to, really feel down, and causing you to go into a really depressive state and really go inward. When this is what happens when you overcommit yourself outward to others or other things, and you neglect yourself. A lot of you Virgos will be experiencing a time where something has to give because you're extremely exhausted. Okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit about love right now, because I see some of you Virgos may be experiencing this in love. Right now you're going through a relationship or situation that you're really beginning to reevaluate. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of change and new beginnings. So you have to decide if this is worth it. And with the King of Cups in reverse, is a sign like it's probably not worth it. There's a signs of jealousy within your relationship. Someone's being impulsive because of this, doing impulsive things. There's a lack of communication or something within this relationship that is keeping you from moving forward. Either it's causing you to go inward and just be like someone you're not, you're just like becoming pessimistic. You're just not feeling it anymore. Or it is this other person that's physically they have changed, because the Wheel of Fortune is a time of change. So it's time for you to figure out in this relationship, is this worth saving? Is it worth working out? Or is it worth, you considering you two separating and moving on? Now, if you're single, this is the time. This is a card of saying it's time for you to consider other ways of thinking, that maybe your relationships haven't been working out because you only think one way. You only feel like it's your way or your method. Like, well, I've always done it this way, or this is how I always feel, so this is how it's supposed to go. No, this is a time where you might need to compromise, that your soulmate could be in your reach, but your stubbornness has caused things not to manifest for you. For example, if you're a person that always communicates a certain way, and the person that you're meant to be with doesn't communicate that way, you could be missing out on a blessing because your unwillingness to compromise. And it's going to leave you pessimistic about love. It's going to leave you thinking like, well, well, dang, maybe I'm not meant for love. You have this mentality with the strength card, like maybe I'm not meant for love. Maybe I'm not meant to have these things. No, you are meant to have these things, but you have to change some of your ways of thinking. And when I say change your ways of thinking or doing things, this doesn't mean something that will have you question your moral judgment or question who you are as a person, but needed changes and alterations that help you compromise with someone, a true love, a soulmate, someone that is meant to be better in your life. Good things come to those who make a little bit of change for the better. This is not horrible change, because especially if you want love, it comes with compromises, good compromises, needed compromises. But when you do so, you'll be fruitful. You'll be celebrating. You'll be like, you know what? Change comes hard with hard work and understanding, and then you'll see that it's meant to be. But it's not going to come unless you get out of old ways of thinking and old ways of doing things, because you'll see, especially if you're single, that the way you've always done things hasn't worked because you're single. And with the Six of Swords in reverse as your bottom deck card, is saying it is time for you to literally move on from things that no longer serve you. And this can include your way of thinking and your way of approaching relationships and your way of, dealing with things. And this is also causing for you to get out of your head. Stop thinking, going inward on yourself, because when you go inward on yourself and you get stuck in your head, I keep telling you, Virgos, to get out of your head, then you're not going to progress. Share with those who want to be there for you. Share with those who are there and proving themselves worthy of your time and love, because if you keep thinking the way you used to think, you're going to miss out. You're not going to get the blessings you want in love. And if you're single, change your ways. Let go of those who have hurt you. Let go of things that actions of others, from your past, because it serves you no purpose in the future. Because change is coming. Things around you are changing. Things around you are being presented in your life. But if you're not open for them, you're not going to see them. Okay. Another thing, Virgos, in terms of your work life, there's some conflict in your work. It could be a boss or someone that, who's just not seeing your worth or not communicating well. And it may be a time for you to go. It may be a time for you to see what else is out there for you, because this is just not working for you. If you are seeking a job, or this is the time for you to communicate more of what you want, what you're worth. Going back to the job situation, I feel like one of your bosses is going to, tell you like, this is going to puff up at you, but don't take it to heart, because this, as a manager, their job is to manage. So it's your time to decide if you want to continue at this job or if you want to stay there, but the choice is yours. And the Justice card reminds us to do things in fairness and truth for you. Balance. Take a hold of your life. This is a call for. This is also a card for if you've done of karma. If you've done anything, or if you've said anything, good and or bad, it's going to come back. These next 2 weeks, you're going to start seeing fruits of your labor, or fruits of your givings, or fruits of everything. But you have to realize that you cannot overcommit yourself. You need to simplify your life. You need to breathe a little bit. You need to go inward a little bit and have some self-love. Know that you are worth it. Know your worth and value. If you feel overwhelmed, maybe seek out some counseling. Seek out some help from a spiritual leader or some spiritual guidance from those you trust, because you don't have to do it on your own. Get out of your head. Seek out others. Trust others that trust the counsel of others that you can go to. With the Eight of Wands in reverse, this is causing you to feel like a stagnant moment, that things aren't going forward. But this is because you need to address some issues so that you can successfully bask in your success. You're almost there. You have the Wheel of Fortune. They're saying a change is coming. A change is coming. So you have to keep your wits about yourself, stay motivated, Get rid of those issues that are in your way, whether it be your own self-thinking, change your way of thinking of things. Think of other options. Think outside the box, because you have a blessing coming your way. All right? A personal issue reaches its resolution, Virgo. Again, happy birthday. If you would like to book a reading with me to get further in depth, the information is in the description of this reading. Stay woke.